Hi guys, good morning, happy Wednesday. Today I'm going to be reading out of Psalm 139, and lately I've been really focusing on just the thought of how amazing this thought is, that God is our creator. And as I read this morning, I couldn't help but just I teared up and I was so thankful. But I just want to share this because God created us, he formed us, and this chapter promises us that he formed us in our mother's womb. He knows everything about us, all our anxious thoughts, everything that we're ever gonna say, everything that we're ever gonna do was recorded in his book before it's even gonna happen. So anyway, Psalm 139 verses 1 through 5, it says, oh Lord, you've examined my heart. You know everything about me. You know when I sit down or stand up. You know my thoughts even when I'm far away. You see me when I travel and when I rest at home. You know everything I do. You go before me and follow me. You place your hand of blessing on my head. You know what I'm going to say before I even say it. And then it goes on to say that we can never escape from his spirit or from his presence, because he's always with us. He's ever present, God. And then I really loved verses 13 through 16, because it says, you made all the delicate inner parts of my body. So guys, everything about us, I was actually listening to a podcast, how our brains, there's a test out there that tests your brain, and that we all have different types of brains, and it's kind of like the love language test, but it's like how our brains are wired. So it's kind of like the equivalent of the love language tests in neuroscience, if that makes sense. So I just thought that was so interesting, how every person has their brains are wired differently, and that's why they have more fears, or they have different fears. Like, for example, someone might go skydiving and would love it, and someone might go skydiving and absolutely hate it, or they would just never do it because that's scary to them. And God created our brains. He created the delicate most inner parts of our bodies. Everything about us. He is God, our creator. And I just thought, I was blown away and I'm still blown away, because he knows everything we are going to do. It's already laid out for us. When you're reading a book, everything's already on the page. You just have to reading and keep reading, right? I think it's the same way. God wrote our story, and maybe we just have to turn the page and keep going because we feel stuck, or whatever it is, we've been in painful situations. Actually right now I could barely walk because I'm just going through this season, and right now where I don't know what's going on with my feet, but they're sore, they're achy, it hurts, it's painful to walk. And just reading this just really comforted me, because he made the delicate parts of my feet, like my ligaments and tendons and everything. And you can apply this to every area of your life. He created you, and he knows your story. It says, you saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed. How beautiful is that God is the one who ultimately writes our story. We can make our plans, and we can have this whatever fancy list of things we need to do or want to do, and at the end of the day, God's every moment that you're ever gonna live, it's laid out before a single day has even passed. It's laid out before God. He's already there. When you wake up, he's still with you. When you go to sleep, he's there with you. And then it ends by saying, search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. And I think this this just reminds me that God cares about the anxious thoughts of our hearts. Like, God cares about every single part of us, physical, spiritually, you name it. Like, so just remember that both little cares and big care, like, whatever, that sounded weird, but everything in between, all of it all, you can trust that God cares about that, and you can bring those to him, and in return you can live a life full of joy, full of Jesus. So it's a struggle. It's not going to come automatic. Like, literally choosing to live in joy is a fight, but you can do it, because we can do it, because God is with us and he is calling us to that life. Like, he's calling us to be joyful, to be thankful. So guys, if anything, just go read Psalm 139, read it out loud. It's so beautiful. So anyway, happy Wednesday. Have a good day.